Good evening.
Hello. Hi
Welcome.
everyone.
Sorry, my name's Barry,
MJ.
and together we are Mitosu Crafts.
Yes, welcome to our channel. We're independent Stampin' Up demonstrators based in the UK. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin' Up products from our online shop. Do use the current host code, which can be found on our website at mitosocrafts.com to receive a handmade card from us the following month, or any extra gifts if your order qualifies, in the form of pack of pearls or gems, as well as exclusive tutorial bundle designed by the Stampin' Glam Squad and the Global Creative Project, which is a PDF and video tutorial. We give away the cards that we create during our live stream, so don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and pop in a comment, and you'll be put into the random draw. Yes, so we'll say hello to those of you who have joined us already. Thank you so much. Why are you laughing?
I'm just seeing Angie's comment there. What's wrong with you, Jay? Cold? Yeah, he's got the man flu.
Ooh, what's happened?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go. So yes, so we have Angie, hello, Mandy. I'm really slow tonight. Betty, Valerie, Janice, Robin. Who else?
Nanny Shasha.
Oh, Nani Shasha, Nani Shasha.
I'm so sorry.
I love it. I love your name. So I'm so sorry, but I do love it. I love saying it. Where? Oh, Anne. Hi, Anne. Thanks so much for joining us.
Louise, Janice Adams.
Linda,
So sorry if we're missing out your names. Is
Debbie, Sue, Claire, Sherry, hello, Christine, Tina, Carol, Mary, Paula, and Betty Bailey, Joanna, Stopsy. Ooh, that's a
new name?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
and Nola and Lavinia.
Excellent.
Thank you
So
for
some
joining
new names
us.
as well there, so thank you very much for joining us tonight. Yes, Jay's going to go and get himself and keep his germs away from me over there now. But
Put
we're
my
going
dressing gown
to
back
put
on.
his mask back on, so that he can stay away from me. Yeah, he's just a bit buggy. It's just man flu. But we're going to give away this card now, which is the second card I made on Wednesday evening, and it should be Jay tonight, but I'm doing it, so it's going to be interesting. So yeah, but tonight we're going to be playing with the Days to Remember stamp set. So this one right here, which is the calendar one, and I haven't actually really played with this one. I've been meaning to for a while, and I've got a little bit of a special project for you tonight. So it's not Fun Fold Friday, but it's a fun fold. Well, it's a fun project, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a card, really. Well, it is.
It's
It
got
isn't.
folds in it.
It's got folds in it, and it's got cutting in it. Yeah, all sorts.
Right, shall we
But
just...
we're going to give away this one right here first, and then we're going to crack on with tonight's demonstration. So if you want to win this card here, then hopefully you have already popped a comment in. So we will go over to that night now live. So good luck, everyone.
Ooh, 5 more.
5 more, wow.
Good luck, everyone. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Sylvia!
Sylvia. Excellent, Sylvia.
Congratulations.
That card is working its way over to you, so please message us, Barry and Jay at matosucrafts.com. Pop today's date in there, 7th of November, in the subject line, so it's easy for me to identify it. And please put your full address if you would like to win it in the as the body of the message. And we'll get that one in the post to you ASAP. So, yeah. And hopefully it will arrive before Christmas. I think we're going to start sending our Christmas cards very, very soon. So make sure they get to everyone. But congratulations there, Sylvia. That card there, if you would like it, is going to work its way over to you. And as you can hear, Suki is very hungry, as usual.
Come on.
So good. So there we go. That one there. Love it. It's so nice. It was so easy to do as well, and I think the tone on that one with the glittery paste, really, really nice. So well done. That card there, Sylvia, is going to be yours. So as mentioned, going to be Days to Remember. So this is in the actual annual catalogue. So this is going to be around until, hopefully, while stocks last, until at least May, June, I would assume, of next year, or when the current catalogue retires. and this is it. So I'm going to do this, but I'm actually going to turn it into a Christmas card. But the first card I'm going to make is not a Christmas card. It's going to be a male orientated card, and it's going to be very, very simple to actually. It's a very simple card. I'm going to be making the first one, male card. But the way that I'm doing it could be turned into male or female just by changing the colours which you're doing. But let me know. Oh yes, please get your. So Sherry, the way every time I read your one day, you get it looks like -1. So you're saying that I'm gonna. I know you're putting like a little hyphen note on 1, but it looks like you're giving me -1. So I'll take a minus. Thank you very much. But yeah, so this is the card which, sorry, the stamp set which I'm going to use. So let me know, have you got it? Do you know how to use it? I know that this is one of those ones which people, oh yeah, I've done it again, nearly. This is one of those ones which people struggle with. Have you connected your phone to the computer over there? You have. Okay. Don't really know how to do it, so let me know. Have you got it? Do you know how to use it? And this is going to be a bit of a learning curve for you, because it's a bit of an odd set. So let me just get the stamps for a moment. So I'm going to pick the stamp set which I've got is March. So we are having March as the month. So hopefully the winner of this card will have a birthday in March. If not, then yeah. So that's them. You have it and you love it. We're good, Robin. So it looks very confusing because this is the stamp right here. So it literally is the size. It's this size right there. So you think, so how do you use it? Because you've got 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s. You've got duplicates of numbers on here. How do you use it? The way it's been done is it's been done perfectly to fit our. Okay, Mandy. Okay, this is going to be a learning session for you. It's designed perfectly to fit our stamp sets in this way right here. So I will show you how to use that one right now. So I'm just going to grab myself some cardstock. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on how to use it, and then I will then make the card. So I just need my dies wherever I have put them. Where are they? There they are. And I'm going to use oh no, it's not those dies there. I just need to grab the correct dies. No, they were here.
I didn't move it.
Didn't move it, you notice how quickly Jay went, I didn't move it, honest. Okay, so I'm going to be using our favourite, which is the Stitched So Sweetly dies. And I'm just going to then just die cut out. Is that going to fit in there? Perfect. So that's going to fit in that one there, so I don't have any wastage. I'm just going to close my ink pad here for a moment. And I'm also going to be stamping in grey for it. So I'm just going to die cut out because it fits the dies nicely. The Stitch So Sweetly dies.
Mandy, can I call you Nani Munu? I've just read your comment.
Why is that? Sorry, what have I missed? Jay wants to call you Nanny Moo Moo for some reason, Mandy. I'm not sure why.
She's known in her family.
Ah.
Love it.
Okay.
I can do a jig.
So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to cut 2 of these out whilst I've got the machine. I cut a couple of them out actually, so I've got the machine right here. So this is the second largest Stitch So Sweetly die which I'm actually using to cut this. So yeah, if you wanted to make a calendar of these, you obviously just cut 12 of these out and take it from there. I'm just going to do 3 of them for a moment. And I'm going to need to obviously bring up a calendar in a moment to make sure I've got the correct dates. or I'll ask Jay to give me the correct calendar. Alright, so I'm going to do January, February, because February is an odd month, because obviously we only have 28 days or 29 days, depending on if it's a leap year. Can't get another one out of that one. Okay, let's use all of this up. Let's do 4. And then that way, that'll be 4 of a head start for another project which I want to do. So sorry about the wobbles. Right, so I'm going to do January, February, March, April and May. I will do those 4 months. Alright, so what we need to do is to work this out, is we need to know what day a Monday falls on. So I'm going to bring up my calendar here for a moment. So if we look for, we know that if we put up a calendar, I know that January 2022, a Monday falls on a Saturday. So the first, sorry, not that really doesn't make sense. A Monday falls on a Saturday. A Monday falls on a Monday. The first falls on a Saturday is what we actually want to is what we want to do. So I'm going to open up my ink pad, and remember they are designed perfectly to fit our ink pads in this portrait position like this. So I'm going to make sure that I know that on the 1st of January, the 1st is on a Saturday. So the first, so if we look here, we've got number, can you see that? Let's bring that up onto a bit of blue. It'll be easier if I show you on the actual ink pad, on the actual stamp set. So we've got 1 here, so I'm going to start with number 1. So I'm going to position that, and then, so it goes Saturday, Sunday. So I'm going to position this on here, so I'm going to only ink up from 1, 2. And then just ink those numbers up like so. And then down we go. I need to bring that in a little bit closer to me. And then we have a perfect month. So we will then pop our dates in there. So you've got this, so it starts from Monday to Tuesday, but in the stamp set as well, it also has starting on Sunday. So some people start their week on a Sunday, which like Jay does, whereas I start my week on a Monday. And then we can then pop that on like so. And then we then grab our month, which will be January. But what we need to also make sure as well is that there's 31 numbers on here. So we need to obviously either mask off or do what I'm going to do for the next month. And then pop that down like so. Alright, so that's how you do that one right there. So then when we come to February, I'm just going to clean in between, because obviously we don't want to have any contamination, so I'm just going to clean in between. And then I'm going to find out for February, so which I now know on February a 1st falls on a Tuesday. So I'm going to now bring my number 1 into my Tuesday position, which will be like this. So I'm now positioning number 1 2 over. So as if, remember, this is a Monday, Tuesday. Ink that up like so. Bring that down. I'm going to try and come in a little bit closer to the, like that. Bring in my letters again. And then go like that. And then bring in February, wherever that may be. That's August, that looks like February.
Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you so much. And then bring February in. And then pop that up the top like that. Now, February only has 28 days in it this month, so we're going to grab, now you can either do some masking, or you can grab one of the shapes, which is in here like the, oh, nearly. You can grab one of the shapes these down here, so you've got a heart, you've got a star, and you've got a flower. I'm going to use the heart, and all I'm going to do on this is I'm just going to ink this up with the same colour as I've done, and then just block these out. There's another way you can then remove your days which aren't actually in the month. So then when we come to March, clean in between. Did I just answer your question there, Robin? So then when we come to March, I will look at my calendar again, and then we will then go with March. If you don't want to do it that way, then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to use some tape, and you're going to have to mask out and then remove them that way. But that's just the way that I've done it. So then if you go to March, then I know that March falls on the first falls on a Tuesday again, so I'm going to bring this over here like this. Ink up those, pop that down like that, bring over my dates again, my days, pop those there, and then bring over March, which is like that. March has got 31 days in it, so we have got 31, 28, 31, and then if we go to April, which has got 30 days in it, so then I would then use the same technique when I do that one to remove the 31st day. So I'm just going to find April. So you can do these in all different colours if you wanted to. That's July, where's April, June? It's always the last one you look at, isn't it? And then, so I'm going to then, so now on April, the first falls on a Friday, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to then, we know that the way that I do my week, I go from Monday to Sunday. So that's a Sunday, that's a Saturday, so that's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ink that down, but I don't need to clean in between. Did I clean? Okay, so I'm going to go, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Again, it fits our ink pads perfectly. Pop that down like that. Yeah, the masking off with the things is just another piece which you don't necessarily need to do. Because I've just seen your comment there. I think I have anxiety over those extra days. I would have to put paper over it, but it didn't work. Thank you for this idea. Yes, so it's just an easy way. You've got to make life easy for yourself, haven't you, when it comes to things like this? So. And you could do them in different colours. You could do some in the stars. They don't always have to be the hearts when you're doing it. It's like I did the hearts for February because of Valentine's Day. But for April, I will probably go with a flower.
We don't do anything for Valentine's Day.
No, we don't. So let's go with a flower for April. And I do have another colour here. So I'm going to go with some fresh freesia. No, actually I won't do fresh freesia because it's probably too light. The fact that it will still show through. So I'm going to go tone on tone with whatever I've done the numbers in so that it blends a little bit. And then I will just then remove the 31, because then it then blends in, it then actually removes the number quite nicely because it's the same colour. Okay, so that's how you would do those, and then you would then just go through and repeat that step for all of these for every single month. The only problem, I'm a little bit January is a little bit, I may have to redo January and just make sure I bring the numbers down a little bit so it's a little bit closer to the bottom here, bring the days down a little bit lower so my January isn't as squished up to the top. I prefer it when it's a little bit. So just think about your positioning, but then that's how you just repeat it. So do that for every single month, do these in different colours, but I would say if you want to block out your numbers, do them in the same colour. It has shown through a little bit on these ones here. No mini. But that's how you would use it. So I'm going to use, well, let's use April for this first card. So, and then what you got on the stamp set as well is that you have the circles, which you can then, if you want to, you can then highlight a particular day by popping a circle around it. So if you know somebody's birthday is on April the 14th, like I've just pointed to then, you can then highlight that with another colour, or you can make sure you do a lighter colour and then colour the whole thing in so it's a bit more prominent, which is probably what I'm going to do. But the problem is that I don't know who's going to win this card and I don't know whose birthday it is, so we will just see what happens. That's Jay's stomach, if you're wondering, that isn't.
It was going earlier.
Yeah, I could hear it. So that's that. So the first card which I'm going to do is, say, really simple. I'm going to be using some Night of Navy cardstock. I'm going to be using this right here. And I'm going to be using, this is a new designer series paper, which is from, let me get the correct name of it. I've forgotten of it again already. It's a new paper which is coming out soon, which is Heart and Home designer series paper. So it's very florally on one side, but it's woody, the following sides, which I thought was quite nice for masculine cards, you see. Because then that can go over like so, and that's it. And then we can then pop this in underneath like that. And there we have it. Okay. So I'm going to use a different month. Sorry, I don't like March because I didn't clean my stamp set well enough, and I just seen that I've got some shadow numbers going down the side here, so I will probably have to clean that. So do make sure when you are doing this that you try and make sure you clean very well in between to make sure you don't get these shadow numbers either side of it. And then that can go there. Now on my prototype, Jay, I must have used a smaller thing because this isn't looking the same as what I did earlier on.
What, smaller die?
Yeah. Oh no, just because I didn't do it that way round. I did it another way round, didn't I? So I need to make one more because these aren't the correct. These aren't correct. So well, they are, but they're not correct for this style of card which I wanted to do. So I do need to grab myself one more piece. So we go with May then. I need some. So if it's not working, it's not fitting in correctly. So I just need to chop myself a bit of cardstock down.
Do you need paper?
No, I've got cardstock here, I'm fine. Thank you very much, Jen. You're so kind.
I didn't want you to go without.
So I'm just going to then just cut this down. So it's 2 3/4 is more than enough for this. And then I can then just cut this out. I'm going to cut myself 2 because then I may as well get my one. I may as well get one ready for my second project. So cut one out. Yes, it's a very good idea for the weddings and birth announcements, and the sentiments in it as well lend themselves to that quite nicely. Because you've got a day to remember, don't forget, it's your day. So, yeah, I think it does lend itself for announcement cards. The only thing it's really missing on there, I suppose, is save the date.
Thanks,
Angie. Thank you, Angie. So I've cut myself 2 out from that one which is going to be for the second card. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make sure that I clean.
I think the what's it called? The chamois will clean it a lot better. Barry,
The chamois probably would clean it a lot better,
I
but
think you should show the chamois.
if you haven't got the chamois, then you can use the scrub and make sure you've got some nice amount of liquid on there. Give it a clean. Now the problem is when your scrub is a little bit dirty, then you do it and it's still wet. So what I would suggest you do is that you stamp off onto some scrap paper first. So when you're repeating this, have some scrap paper around just to take off any of the liquid and any of that shadow stamping. And then we would then go for May. Oh no, I'll stick with April because I've got it all. I've still got the stamp set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to. So I know Friday, so I need to bring it over to this one here. And then what I'm going to do is then use the wrong one again. What's going wrong with me? Oh, sugar. And then you do that as well. That was lucky. Just got ink, and I'm just going to drop the ink pad. So it's just as well I don't need that one, but I did make a mistake on that one. I broke. The reason that I just done that is I have broken this ink pad and it falls out too easily. So let me try again because I actually need the bigger die. I can't find it now. Let's go with the larger one. That's why it's not working. So the smaller one works if you want to do it landscape, but you need a larger one if you need to do it portrait, you see. So let's just bring that out there. So that I'd take that to, let's take that to 3 1/4. This is going to be a simple card. It was going to be over and done with within probably a couple of minutes, so I can then crack on with the one which is going to be a bit more complicated. So this is fast becoming. So I've now used the larger Stitch So Sweetly die on this one because this now fits the dies in a portrait position. Okay, so Vicky, your birthday is in May, so we will change it to May and then fingers crossed that you have it. So let's just clean that up again. Shadow stamp just to take off any of those extras. We'll change this over to May. Alright, so May, the Sunday, no, the 1st, start again, falls on a Sunday. So I will then just take this over. So the 1st falls on a Sunday, so this one's quite an easy one to do. So I will then bring it over like that. And then I will then pop this down into this. So it fits the largest die perfectly in this portrait position. Then we will then take our bits over there, pop that over the top of that one like that, and then take the May and then pop that like that there. All right, and that's how you would do that. So that's how, if you want to do them in a portrait position, then that's it. You're going to need the largest die to do that. So then we just need to pop a sentiment on that one there. So I'm going to go happy birthday. Which we can then position. I keep this very tonal at the moment, so we would go with that one. So I've designed this so it's more of a masculine card. So if you do win it, Vicky, then you're going to get very male colours. So, and then we would then go happy birthday. Going to go up the top like that. And then we will then take some blues. And I'm going to take the balloons. Take these. And let's have a little bit of the Pacific points going on. So I'm just going to do some of these balloons over. Actually, is that going to be too dark? I'm just worried it's going to be too dark over the, yeah, it's going to be too dark over the wording. So as usual, as I said earlier on, you want to go with something, or I can go with a two-tone, I can go with a second year. Okay, I'll keep it with specific points, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the first generation stamp off, and then I will then stamp the second generation, and then do that one over here like this. So that's those. And then we just need to add the string onto it. So you do have some string there, so we'll do the string in the grey again. And then I'll just that there is kind of like the birthday sentiment on that one. I'm not, and then if you wanted to, okay, Vicky, that well, I'm gonna leave the birthday blank. But then what you can do is you then take this one, and then you then would then select a particular day with the circle. So that's how you would position that one. So as I said, I've got the new designer series paper. Cut my card base and the designer series paper down to size for the correct matte and layer, and then that's just going to go over this like this, and then I'm going to then use a piece of the same paper which is going to go over, and then it's just going to go over, and then I will embellish that with some of the new gems as well, like that. So let's just stick all of this down. And so if you wanted to, you could change this to a particular colour of designer series paper which you want. You can do all sorts with this. So stick that down like that. So whoever wins this, hopefully you know somebody who's going to have a birthday in May. So we can do, yeah, and I'm also going to just bring in so I've got a little bit of this ribbon here as well, which is this new ribbons. This is the new denim ribbon, which is going to be coming soon as well, and that can just wrap around like that maybe. So this is going to be a bit of a long video tonight, so please stay tuned, because I've gone quite adventurous for the second project. What's that? What are you laughing at?
I swear Jay rides his motorcycle outside while Barra is crafting.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he pays the locals to say, right, we're on.
I don't have enough money.
So just done that like that there. Alright, so and then that can then just get stuck down. So we can either I'm not sure if I like it, but I'll leave the ribbon onto it, and that will then get stuck down straight. Or do I want to add that onto some dimensionals? Yeah, so I'm going to add that onto some dimensionals, and then I will then stick this on top of that on dimensionals as well. So I'm going to take my large dimensionals and put those over the top of that one. And I'm not going to go in the centre, I'm going to keep this towards the kind of like the bottom part down here. Like that. And then this one here, we go onto some dimensionals. Top and bottom, and then maybe one around about in the middle-ish, like that. Like this. So once you've done once you've mastered the how to actually use the stamp set, this here is they're quite simple cards to make. That's going to go down the bottom like so. So you've got yourself quite a nice calendar card, and then you just highlight the particular date which you want. Now just to finish this off, we've got the new gems which we have got right here, which is a classic matte dots. Again, very male, they're very male orientated. The colour wise, so it works quite nicely with this. So I know a lot of us always struggle with male themed cards, which is why I wanted to go from what is going to be a flowery set, wanted to turn it into a male, or flowery DSP, and turn it into a male card. And then I will then just take, let's go with this, yeah, I'll try the smallest ones. I'm going to go with the black, and I'm just going to add, add 3 of these just down here, just to add a little bit of interest. Oh, Jay's just dug out a card, which he's done with the flowers, and it's amazing.
Everyone's seen.
Yeah, I know, but I might have forgotten what it was, but cause I had. It's beautiful. So that's that. That there is card number 1, making a birthday card. Yeah, I'm just struggling getting my dots back in. There we go. What do you think? It's simple, but I think it's quite an effective, and again, it's a relatively easy one once you've worked out how to use that stamp set. So I hope that's taught you how to use that particular stamp set and how you change it up for every single month. Don't worry about the fannying about with, the messing about with masking these off. Just use the stamp sets in the same number, and then just take them off and remove them that way rather than masking it. It becomes too messy otherwise. So I'm all about keeping it simple. So there we go. And I say I'm all about keeping it simple, and I'm just about to move on to a very challenging project. So good. Right, I do just need to reset for a moment. So Jay, is there any comments at all? Is there any questions?
No, I don't know. We have some new names as well. Lisette, Judy, Diane, Gian, Catherine. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for joining us.
Sorry. Mandy saying you are convincing me with this set. Love this card. May have to invest in this stamp set. Great for masculine card. Looks great. Really nice. That's cute. Love it.
Right, before we do anything, Jane, I've just dropped a stamp. I've just dropped the
Oh, I'm getting up.
No,
I'm getting up my chair.
No, not now.
I am up now.
No, not
If
now.
I find it and put it on the table.
I've lost a stamp set. It's the very small. It's the smallest one. I've just lost a string. It's just fallen on the. It's just fallen. Oh no, no, actually, it's all right. It's fallen on me. So I didn't need you after all. Alright, so I'm just going to reset for a second. I was just conscious that I didn't want to get up at the end and then walk away after losing a stamp. So that's that. Alright. I'm just going to, so I will work around my mess. Jay's just making himself a tea, so sorry if you can hear the kettle in the background. He's closing the door. So what I'm going to do on this particular one right now is... I do need some Evening Evergreen cardstock, please, Jay. One, I've got the wrong size, I've got the wrong piece of paper over here with me. Thank you. So I'm going to take some Evening Evergreen cardstock, okay, and I just need to grab my measurements on this one. So I will be doing another video of this one for Fun Fold Friday, but I'm going to be showing you two variations of this one. So the one which I'm going to be doing tonight is a fold flat version, and then the one which I'm probably going to be doing for Fun Fold Friday is going to be a boxed version. Alright, so you have you're going to get a double whammy of this one. So if you miss the measurements tonight, don't worry, I will be going, the measurements will be very similar, or for the construction of it, it's just the only difference is the box difference. So you can go back and have a little look. Sorry, Mandy. So I'm going to take a bit of the Evening Evergreen and I'm going to cut this to 15.5 centimetres. Now I am going to be working in centimetres on this one. I haven't worked out the inches yet on this one. So 15.5 centimetres by 21. Okay. I want to score this along the long edge at 4.2. 8.2, 9.8, who's taking notes, 13.9, 15.5, and 19.6. Okay, turn it round onto the short edge, and you want to score this at 0.9 and 2.5. Repeat that on the other side to 0.9 and 2.5. There will be a test at the end, so alright, so that's that one right there. With the Designer Series paper, I'm just going to grab that for, I'm going to do that one whilst I've got my trimmer ready. I'm going to be using this paper right here, which is from the, what's it called? This one is called the Painted Christmas Designer Series paper. So I need two pieces of this one here, measuring by 10.3. So I'm going to take this to 5.4 initially to start off with. And then I'm going to take this to 10.3. So that's my offcuts. And then I'm going to take one off, which is then 1.4 centimetres. Then I've got my two pieces, which are going to then fit onto my piece right here. So we'll keep these in order at the moment, but they're ready to go. I'm going to grab my trimmer once again. Now, if I grab a pen, I can show you what I'm cutting and getting rid of. What I want to do is I want to get rid of all of these pieces down to here. So I'm getting rid of the 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of like rectangles, and I'm kind of leaving this 4 down at the bottom and down here. So you can see I'm getting rid of that one, that one, that one, and that one. And then I would also get rid of these on the side right here to make this a fold flat box. Now I prefer doing this with the trimmer rather than my scissors because I get a tidier line. I know that that score line was at 2.5 centimetres, so I can just grab my trimmer, go in, and then take it down to the score line where I want it to be. And then I'm going to eyeball this one right here, pop that in the channel, and then cut down. Alright, so that's going to give me a tidy line. I'll then just repeat the same on the opposite side to line that up at 2.5 because I know that's where it was. Take that down to the score line and then eyeball this. And then that comes out. So then I've got some nice, it's just giving me a tidier finish rather than trying to cut a straight line down a long area. Oh, somebody off. Bye, Inicky. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm then just going to remove these little triangles right here. Now you want to be careful with this one, so you don't want to be taking too much off from this bit right here, if anything at all, because that's going to be your tab which you're going to close your box. Now if you take too much off, your box is going to be too slack and it won't close properly. So it's better to not take anything off to start off with, and then do that afterwards. And then what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to cut down to the score line just to kind of create some tabs. Do the same on the opposite side. So if I just repeat, I'm just going to cut down the whole score line down to the second score line, remove these two tabs right here. And there we have it. If you're going to do it, we will see what it's like first. If anything, you're going to take off a tiny sliver off of one side only. And I mean a tiny fraction. That's all you want to do. Talking, well, can you see? That's how big a sliver I've taken off of one side only, because it's just going to be easier later on to remove a little bit more if you need to. You can't add it once you've done it. So once we come to add some stuff on, when we fold this up, we want to pop our designer series paper on this one and this one right here. So we pop that one on there, and then we pop this one on here. Now I've designed it in a way that the paper is quite close to each other so that the pattern is a continuation of the pattern. And then just go ahead and stick that down right now for us. And then stick that on in like that. And then I'll do the same with this one right here. Like that. See, I think this card's going to be quicker than the first one. right there, Jay? Yes, Andrew, this paper is very pretty. So that's that one. I'm going to let that dry up for a moment. I'm just going to pop that to one side, and then I'm just going to then grab my my piece, which I thought I had already cut it. Getting in the right 2 and 8 tonight. There we go. There it is. No, that one. No, that one. There it is. I put it to one side. I put it in a safe place. No, I forgot what I was doing. So I've got this one here. So I'm going to then bring this over for December now, because I want to make this into a Christmas treat box. So for December, I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab my grey again. So my grey, my basic grey. So December starts on Wednesday the 1st. What do you mean? What are you laughing at me for?
December the 1st, of course it starts on
December
the 1st.
starts on... Oh, shush now. He's taking the mickey out of me, everyone. Please, can I slap him?
No.
He might be poorly, but can I slap him? Well, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So just make sure you position that one over like that. Over then position this centrally, but sort of the bottom centre of my piece of paper. I will grab, you all knew what I meant, didn't you? Please say yes. Like that, and then I will then take December, which is not there. I must have got it ready already, but I thought there it is there. Take December, and then pop that. I love the font of these months as well. I think the font of them is really, really pretty. And then I will then take some reds, and this is then how you would then do to highlight a particular day. So I'm going to then grab that circle. I've got my real red, and I'm obviously going to mark out the 25th. And then I will then just pop my circle over the 25th, like so. So that's how you would then use the stamp set to highlight your particular day. So let's just move that to one side. Then what I want to do is I just want to take, I've got a bit of scrap right here. I haven't got a trimmer because Suki has decided to sit on it. No, Suki. You're determined to try and make me swear tonight, aren't you? So I'm going to be using the punch for this one, he says, which I'm going to be using the treasured tag punch, and I'm going to be taking this down to 1/2 inch because that's what's needed for the smallest section. I'm going to go through and I'm just going to then, I just need to, I've obviously cut that a little bit too small. Yeah, it's one of those stamp sets which I think that when it retires, I don't think we'll. It's one of those ones which I don't think we would get rid of, because I think it's one of those ones which it doesn't matter. It doesn't date, because obviously you can change it completely to fit whatever year you are in. So yeah, we always have a selection of stamps which we don't get rid of. It always still stays out. And I think this one will be one of them as well. So I've just got Season's Greetings right here. I'm going to ink this up in red. And then I'm just going to then pop this, just need to bring this closer to me. Pop this in the centre, like that. And I just love that font as well. So Season's Greetings was actually from the Time of Giving stamp sets. So one which we did quite a few demos on recently as well, which is from that one right there. That's where the sentiment is from. So that one, the Christmas cheer throughout the year, that one's a very nice one as well. Yeah, so that's those. And then what we do is we then, the bit which I say you need to keep is the circle part, the semicircle part. We can then pop that into the position where we want it to be. Just snip off the excess here. Then that is the correct distance on the punch. Pop that in and then punch that out. And then you've got yourself a perfect sentiment like that. So I've got my December, I've got my season's greetings. I just need to do some other little bits with some die cutting of some poinsettias. So I have got the right mismatch of stamps tonight. I've got the poinsettias here, so I've got the, we've already done quite, he says, they are in there. Now I've already got quite a few which are already cut out of the small poinsettias from the stamp set. So we've got the poinsettia dies, sorry, from the dies I mean, in the red velvet. So I'm going to take one of those out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then do another one in gold. So I'm just going to take out the dies here. These have lost their stick, so, and I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to just pop this. And I'm just going to do this in some gold. So I've got ourselves the gold foils here. Let's see if I've got an offcut which is big enough. Yes, perfect. Do is I would then just run this through the machine and just cut this small poinsettias. So I've got them in red and I'm going to do one in gold. Questions at all, Jane?
No. Everyone's making friends, which is nice.
Good.
And everyone's saying really liking this, starting to like the set as well. And
good. So lovely. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on the gold, and then I'm going to then top this off with the red velvet poinsettia. And then I can then let that go, leave that to one side just to dry up, whilst I then move on with the rest of this. I suppose I needed to actually do two, really. I do need another one, so I do actually need. Can I get another one out of this? Where did I just put the die, everyone?
to the left, to the left. No, I don't know.
Did I pop it back, or did I? Where did I put it? There it is there. It was to the left. Alright, no, I can't use that anymore. I am going to have to branch out into another bit of gold. So I use the offcut up the top right there. So once these little elements are done, the actual construction of this card is really, really easy, because I've already done this treat holder. I've already done the hard part and done the scoring with the and the cutting of the box. I'm now just preparing all my elements for this. That one there. I just need to grab myself another red poinsettia, which again pre-cut. These were pre-cut last year because we had offcuts. We had extra red velvet, which I didn't want to chuck big pieces away, so I just sat there one afternoon and just cut a load of the small ones out, and yeah, they've come in handy. Probably would have been better if, in hindsight now I'm doing this, probably would have been better if I'd used a glue dot rather than glue. But I haven't got any glue dots with me, and I just stuck that down with glue. So if they don't stick in time, then I will have to take another point and get glue dots over here. But if not, we will just casually let those dry. So good, that's that one done. So I've got my dates, I have got my sentiments, I have got my poinsettias ready. So now we have got this one. So fold and burnish your box. So just fold and burnish all score lines. So there are lots out there which look like this on the internet, so if you have a little look around, I'm sure you'll find lots of other little designs as well. I've redesigned this, or I've redesigned something like this to fit the treat which I wanted to go into this one. So we have got a favourite little chocolate bar, which will go in here, this. Good old Freddo Frogs. And we will then adjust these tabs at the end once we know how tight it is and for setting down. So the reason I've done this one is for a fold flat, because we will actually be giving away this one as a prize on Wednesday. So if you do want to win this, you just need to come back in and pop a comment in on the live feed that say, because it's going to come to you flat. So which is why we designed it. But the one which I'm going to do for Funfold Friday, I'm going to do a box for it. So to actually close this up, what I want to do is this wants to stick to, it's going to go over, it wants to stick to this back side here. So what I want to do is I want to fold this over, pop some glue. This is just the easiest way to make sure that everything goes, because if I try and do it like that, I'm going to be up, down, here, there, everywhere. So pop a little bit of glue on that one, fold that flat, fold that over, let the glue do its job. Don't lose that tiny poinsettia. What, this one right here, or yeah?
There was a question about this stitch so sweetly.
Was there? What was the question?
Creations. Which ones did you use? Which die?
Okay, I've used for the first card which I did, I used the largest Stitch So Sweetly one to go this one round. For this card which I'm doing now, I've used the second largest. So the second largest works well if you want to do it in a landscape. If you want to do it in a portrait, you'll need to go with the largest one so that the numbers, the dates fit into it that way. Does that answer that question? Good, so that's now just given a bit of time to dry, and then that then has now created your box, and it is now the perfect size. Now to finish this off, we just put those down, and then we then just tuck in. And again, remember, I didn't take too much off, because if I took too much off, then it would be too loose. What we want to do, I'll close that one up in a moment. Then we want to then take ourselves a bit of, I just need the ruler, wherever that is gone, it is there. What I need to do now is I need to grab the largest die again, and I'm just going to die cut the largest Stitch So Sweetly die out of some Evening Evergreen. grab this, and then we then mat and layer our date onto our evening evergreen. So it's the largest and the second largest. So that goes in. Like that. So I just let that dry. Okay, once that's drying, I'm just going to grab myself some dimensionals. So on this particular one, I've actually used the black ones, so and then I'm going to pop these underneath. So I'm actually nearly finished. So I told you this card was actually easier than the first card which I made. I thought it was going to be the opposite way around. So if you want to win the first card I made, please pop a comment in the live chat. If you want to win this card or project, come back, chocolate not included I'm afraid, unfortunately, come back and leave a comment after this video and down wherever it is, but in the normal place. So I'm just going to then pop some glue on this tab right here. So these will make great Christmas table favours as well, or any table favour any time of the year. So just use the design and use it at any time for any boxes at any event. Use this date, calendar, change the date for whatever fits you. Wedding favours, day to remember, little gifts. That goes on like that. We can then grab our sentiment, which is then going to then go on this one centrally in that. On dimensionals, then that acts as a topper. Okay, so then that sits up as a little calendar, and we then pop our chocolate. So again, Freddo Frogs, these here sit inside quite nicely. And then close that up. So you may just need to tweak the, I do just need to just tweak that a little bit. I just need to take a little sliver off this one here. This isn't going to affect the closing of the box as such, it's just going to make my tab go in a little bit easier because it's just catching on it. And then that goes in. And you can see, remember I told you at the beginning not to take too much off of that tab, because if you do, you end up with a problem like I've gone and done on this one right here. It's not closing. It's sticking out because I took too much off of it. And then all we want to do to finish this off is hopefully these have had a bit, these are dry now. I'm not gonna fold the petals up just yet because they probably needed a little bit longer to dry. But my question is to you now, I'm going to pop one up the top here. So here we go, we've got a quick poll. I'm going to pop one here. Should I pop the other one over on this side, or should I pop it down here next to the sentiment? Where do you think it should go? I'm definitely going to pop one up in the top left hand corner, but do you want the one up in the top right or the bottom right? Let me know. Jay's going to hopefully create a poll. I should have given him a bit more notice, but never mind.
The poll is up.
The poll is up. Let me know. Top right, bottom right. So there we have it. That there is tonight's projects pretty much. Really, really simple. So it's looking like we have, I think it's a clear winner on that one there, isn't it, in this thing, but I think we're going to go with bottom right. I think you are all in agreement. We're going to go with it down the bottom. Yeah, 90%. Let's close the poll. We will then stick this down bottom Right. And there we have it. Now what you could do is you could pop some gems in the middle of those poinsettias as well if you want to. I'm gonna keep the height lower, so I'm not gonna add any of these in there, but if you want to you can pop some gems on that one, just to add a little bit more interest to the centre of those flowers. Yeah, they are. And there we have it. That there is tonight's second card, which is a box, a fold flat box. So remember, this is something which you see. That's not. I'm going to have to stick that on afterwards. So this is something which you can, again, make in advance without your chocolate in there. You can then have these folded flat, and then they are able to be posted as well, so that can then, so if you want to post these to somebody, obviously make them in batch and then post them to somebody. If you get an order in for them or something, go, oh, can you make me those, I need to do something, you can do this and then actually get it out in the post quite nicely like that. Okay, and that's going to go in. The one which I'm going to show you on Friday, I will give you a quick look. I'm going to do it this way here, but it's going to be a box. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I created that on Friday. If you want to see how that there is done. So that's it. There we go. That there is today's projects. So didn't take too long actually. Pop that in like that. Down, down, and let's stick that one on like that again. So what do you think? Did you enjoy that project tonight?
Yes, everyone. Amazing.
Good. So lovely. So we're going to be giving away very, very soon, once Jay has finished taking all of your names down and then I've got them all up on our system. Jay's going to show you some projects very, very shortly with some other stuff, and he's pulled out some other stuff which is done with this particular stamp set as well, which is absolutely amazing. But there we go. What do you think? Did you like that one? I think it's really, really nice. I think it's really pretty. I love making boxes. I enjoy making the boxes. I don't enjoy decorating them as much because I always get a bit confused with colour combinations, and I then just try and, obviously Stampin' Up! Do make it easy with they put their colour combinations on their DSP packets, which is where I've done that one. Sorry?
I think I have everyone.
You've got everyone?
Yeah.
So good. So let's, Jason, I'm just going to take over for Jay, and then he is going to
I'll just take off my dirty now.
going to move my cup of tea.
So yes, amazing card and fold flat gift box by Barry, and he designed the you designed both boxes today, didn't you?
Yeah, this morning.
Yeah, he wanted to do this box first for next Friday, and then we were like, oh, we can send it, and then I told him to do a fold flat one.
Yeah,
so.
and then Jay said, yeah, when do you do a fold flat one then? So then I had to but it was actually really easy to redesign it. So both of them work, the fold flat and the box one, but obviously the box one isn't postage friendly, whereas this one is.
Cool. That is, and I love the colors on that with the DSP. So this one you may have seen or may not, but it's part of Barry's Fun Fold Friday, using the new stamp set,
Which is the what stamp set?
It's a new one for
Blessings of Home stamp
Blessings of
set, which is the
Home.
new stamp set and the new Heart and Home Designer Series paper.
So check that out on the channel as well, and the card that I was referring to earlier was this one. So it's the using the flowers and the dotted, what did I call it? Dotted
Use
grid.
your dotted grid.
Yeah, template that I create. Again, there's a video for the dotted grid template, but this is just using that one and using the stamp set.
Lovely. I think it's so beautiful. Oh, excuse me. Oh.
Tired.
Tired. I've been to the gym this evening as well,
Yes, you
so
have.
yeah, I'm a little bit pooped.
Tired.
So good. Last minute, any last minute names which you can
No,
see
I have
which will come in
everyone.
there.
Yeah.
That's it. That one there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Excellent. So let's go over to the wheel.
The wheel. Who's it gonna be? Right, everyone ready? Let's go.
Good luck.
We all wish you good luck. Chris Jackson.
Congratulations, Chris Jackson. If you would like to message us, if you'd like to win that card, then Barry and Jay at MitosuCrafts.com. Pop today's date in there, the 7th of November 2021, with your full address in the body of the email.
And the country, please.
Yeah, and that card there will be working its way over to you. So that's a new name as well, isn't it? So congratulations, Chris. That name is gonna that card is gonna be winging its way over to you.
It's so funny.
I'm so funny. It's taking the mickey out of me.
It's winging its way. And don't forget to come back and pop in a comment to receive for a chance to win this fold flat treat box, which I really like. Amazing. Well done, Barry.
Yes, thank you.
And thanks again to the super chat stickers from Mandy and Angie as well.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for all your support. So lovely. I think Jay's now going to do the next 1, 2, 3 live videos because I've just had done 3 in a row. So it's because he was feeling a bit poorly. You see, I gave him a night off.
Oh,
Oh,
aren't you nice?
no, not really. It means I get a break now for 3 sessions.
Right, anyway, thank you so much again.
Lovely. Yeah, thank you for watching, and we will be back with you again on Wednesday evening, same time, same place, with another project.
Take care.
Thank you. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye bye. Rumble, rumble.